From showrunners breaking hearts after announcing Outlander's finally ending, to a prequel being given the green light, here's everything you need to know about Outlander's final season. My fellow Sassenachs, while everyone's obviously stoked for the upcoming supersized 7th season, set to be released next month, the Outlander team comes bearing tragic news for devoted fans. Our favorite romantic epic time travel tale, which has given us some of the steamiest, breathtaking scenes in TV history, is officially ending. This is, of course, at odds with what they previously promised. Executive producer Meryl Davis claimed they'd continue production until the characters turned 100. But I guess that was just said in the heart of the moment. Comfort show for nearly a decade, with its thrilling storylines, steamy scenes, highlands, and love triangles, the showrunners are finally closing up shop for good. And while that's been devastating to hear, we've been promised an absolute banger of a final season. The 8th season is expected to be released before the final novel in the series is published, so there won't be any spoilers for the show's gripping conclusion. We'll all see it happen in real time. The show's conclusion would in all likelihood end up being the novel's ending too, or whichever comes first. Seeing as how the author of the beloved book series, Diana Gabaldon, also happens to be the executive producer of the show, she's already thought out the final sequence of the franchise and claimed that it's going to be a dramatically satisfying close. I, for one, can't wait to know how it all ends. It's exciting for sure, but it's also going to be an emotional roller coaster, and everyone's feeling the blues. In an episode of the Happy Sad Confused podcast, Sam Heughan opened up about the realization that with every passing second, they're nearing the end of the show. He said that when it finally synced in for everyone, you could feel the vibe on set change. I can only imagine what the actors must be feeling right now, after giving the show a huge chunk of their lives, and owing so much of their fame and success to it. I mean, Outlander has changed their lives. Ed Speleers, who gave life to one of Outlander's most chillingly good villains, the absolute prick Stephen Bonnet, recently came forward to express his gratitude to the show, saying it paved a whole new path for him professionally. Heughan, who played the Highlander warrior Jamie Fraser, took to Twitter to post a video featuring the cast reacting to the bittersweet news, and to pay tribute to the fans. Heughan called it an incredible journey, but said that like every other good story, the show must come to an end. To which co-star Katrina Balfe added, "They always do." Come on, woman, why you gotta play with our hearts like that? The lead actress, who plays Claire Fraser, called the show a gift beyond her wildest dreams, and thanked Outlander for bringing her a lifetime of friendships and growth as an actor and a person. She also promised fans a great season ahead. So hold back those tears, guys. John Bell, who plays young Ian, also assured us they're gonna go out with a bang, and the story is gonna have one hell of an ending. Sophie Skelton, being true to her intelligent and composed character, seemed more pulled together and shared a more hopeful answer, reminding us that it's far from over, and that they still get to be their characters for another whole year. With love and enthusiasm, chided Roger McKenzie, aka Richard Rankin. So, with 26 new episodes in store for us, we've got a lot to look forward to. The showrunners plan to explore a lot more in the dynamic world, and take us through the origin story with an even more intimate look. Season 8, with its 10 episodes, will probably be adapted from books 8 and 9, written in my own heart's blood, and go tell the bees that I am gone. But, as I said before, Gabaldon still holds the key to the final answer. And let me tell you, there's a lot she can cook up. The season still hasn't taken its final form in the writer's room, so until filming in the beautiful setting of Scotland officially starts, we can only guess it will air sometime in 2024. The same goes for the plot. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything, but be prepared to have your mind blown when you watch the final season. The Revolutionary War will most likely be in full swing, and poor Jamie and Claire will have their lives tangled in the whole mess one way or another. Brianna and Roger may make their journey back from the future and try to settle into the 18th century. And young Ian will at the very least be engaged. Of course, this is all guesswork, but I know for a fact Whichever direction they decide to go in, it's gonna be awesome. They've never disappointed before, even when they had to take a long, never-ending break due to the pandemic and put out a pretty short 6th season. They're now coming back with a jam-packed Season 7 and a whopping 16-episode storyline to make up for it. So it's definitely not silly to have high hopes for the finale. Until it comes to brighten our screens, we'll have to make do with the long list of brilliant scenes they've given us so far. And oh my, is it a long list. Forgive me for being crude, but you'll have to agree. The best scenes have for sure always been the steamier moments. That truthfully had us coming back to the show for more. You know it just as well as I do. Outlander has given us many artsy yet spicy scenes. There's a reason these scenes are the most talked about parts of the show. Before the Storm, an episode from Season 3 found Claire and Jamie stuck aboard a vessel heading home for Scotland. Totally unaware they've got an impending shipwreck ahead of them that'll instead land them in North Carolina. I have given much thought about what I want to do to you when we arrive on dry land, says Jamie. But wait for dry land? Nope, that's not happening. Then there's the explosive makeout session in Season 2, Episode 8. So obviously in love again, they can't keep their hands off each other. Many fans joked about how it felt like they were acting like hormonal 16-year-olds. But their proclamation of love got us swooning just as much. Remember that cozy, sweet spot in the woods where Jamie and Claire settled in around a campfire? Amid deep conversations, the two shared earth-shattering professions of love that the drama stands have come to long for. When my body dies, my soul will still be yours. I mean, come on! Not to mention the episode in Season 3 when they met 20 years later. 2 decades of separation were almost just as unbearable for the viewers. The writers really do know how to pull at our heartstrings. Roger and Brianna aren't any less of a power couple. Their crazy storyline also had us on the edge of our seats, especially when they finally make it to the past, find one another, and get married through a handfast ceremony, only to be ripped apart when a native tribe takes away Roger. When he comes back later, after the birth of their son, Brianna's joy and relief at his return have to be one of her best scenes in the show. Really quite memorable. Tough as it is to let go of all the characters we've bonded to over the last decade, there's more hope at the end of the tunnel. Not only do we have Season 7 and Season 8 to watch out for, there's a prequel coming our way too. Yes, you heard that right. Hold on to your horse, for we've got another historical fantasy series coming our way. And it's bound to be just as awesome. Set in the same world and with the same showrunners and writers, we can expect the same magic and power as that from Outlander. It will also have younger versions of many of the characters we've already met. And with time travel and other supernatural elements already at the center of the show, they've got plenty of opportunities to make a thrilling show. But that's not all. The main characters are going to be none other than Brian Fraser and Ellen Mackenzie, Jamie's parents. Ha! Who would have guessed? It's also going to be a love story that'll explore what a person will do to find love in a calculated world. Oh, they've already got me longing for more. And we might not know the cast just yet, but I assume it's also going to be filled with incredibly hot people. So, from a prequel being given the green light, to showrunners breaking hearts after announcing Outlander's finally ending, here's everything there is to know about Outlander's final season.